Okay, so we've all gotten used to AI that can talk, right? But what if it could actually do things? We are right on the verge of a brand new type of AI, one that doesn't just answer your questions, but actually gets stuff done for you in the real world. We're going to break down exactly what this means right here in about 8 minutes. This is the kind of feeling people are having when they use tools like OpenClaw, which is one of the first really popular AI agents. It's one of those genuine wow moments. It's like the software on your screen suddenly has hands. It can check your email, book guests for your podcast, organize your files. It's a totally new way of interacting with a computer. And this right here, this is the fundamental jump we're talking about. We're going from chatbots to agents. You see, a chatbot like ChatGPT is an incredible assistant. It finds information for you, but an agent is a doer. You don't just ask it a question, you give it a goal and it figures out how to use apps, browsers, and whatever else it needs to make it happen. But, of course, there's a catch. And it's a big one. This kind of power comes with some serious problems. For one, these agents can be unpredictable. I mean, one user reported their agent just decided to delete their entire email inbox. Yikes. They're also insanely expensive to run. We're talking some power users spending thousands of dollars a day. And maybe most importantly, they're still controlled by that same handful of big tech companies. So, in this explainer, we're going to dive into a different path forward. We'll look at why this whole moment feels like the early days of the web and how a decentralized network is building a more rational AI economy. Then we'll get into a wild experiment where an AI literally learns to pay for itself. And finally, we'll talk about privacy and the huge economic shifts that could be shaping AI's decentralized future. To really get what's happening now, it helps to look back a bit. Think about the early 90s. The internet was mostly trapped inside services like AOL. But then the Mosaic web browser came along and gave everyone free rein to explore the whole web. Well, agentic AI like OpenClaw kind of feels like that. It's taking this incredible new power out of the research lab and putting it right into our hands. But that old centralized model, it has its limits. So what's the alternative? Well, meet BitTorrent. Now, this isn't just another AI company. It's an entire network, really an ecosystem of startups all building and sharing AI tools together right out in the open. Just think of it like this giant digital petri dish. You've got over 128 different AI companies. They call them subnets, and each one specializes in something different. You got language models, image generation, cloud storage, you name it. They all compete with each other for rewards from the network, but they can also collaborate and use each other's services. It's pretty cool. And this really shows you the core difference in philosophy here. You look at the wider crypto world and you see meme coins with zero actual utility hitting billion-dollar valuations. Meanwhile, the AI companies actually building on BitTensor, they're valued based on substance, not hype. It's just a much more rational universe. It's all about building real tech. Okay, now this is where things get really mind-bending. What do you think happens when you connect the doing power of an AI agent like OpenClaw with the decentralized economic engine of a network like BitTensor? Well, you get the potential for what you could call a self-sustaining AI flywheel. And this isn't just some theory. One user actually documented this fascinating experiment where they gave an OpenClaw agent one single goal: figure out how to mine cryptocurrency on the BitTensor network so you can pay for the expensive computer power you need to run. And check out how this loop actually works. The agent learns to do a task on one of those BitTensor subnets, and it earns the network's crypto token, Tau, as a reward. Then, and this is the amazing part, it can take those Tau tokens it just earned and spend them on other subnets to buy services it needs, like decentralized storage or more processing power. And that, in turn, helps it get even better at its job. It's a self-licking ice cream cone, an AI that can literally earn its own keep. Now, besides the cost, there's another hidden tax you pay in the world of centralized AI. Every single time you interact with one of these models, you're giving away something incredibly valuable: your data, your ideas, your intellect. Seriously, think about this for a second. When you write a prompt for one of the big AI services, who owns that data? The answer is probably not what you think it is. And spoiler alert, in most cases, it's not you. This is the key difference. Centralized AI companies say right in their terms of service that they use your prompts to train their models. So your private data, your company's data, it just becomes part of their product. But private, decentralized alternatives like Venice, which just got integrated into OpenClaw, they use end-to-end encryption. They literally can't see your data, they don't store it, and you keep total ownership of your own intelligence. So, when it all comes down to it, the battle for the future of AI isn't just going to be about who has the best tech or the most privacy, it's going to be about economics. And it really feels like we're approaching a huge tipping point. I love this quote from the technologist Balaji Srinivasan. It just captures the whole idea perfectly. All those hundreds of billions of dollars that big tech is spending to build these massive AI models, it's not creating a permanent monopoly. No, it's actually just building the initial tools and the groundwork that a decentralized world is going to eventually adopt and make even better. Here's what's happening under the surface. Powerful open source AI models are getting better, and they're getting better fast. AI intelligence itself is becoming a commodity, like electricity or wheat. And whenever something becomes a commodity, what's the most important factor? It's price. It's all about the cost of production. And this is the secret weapon for a decentralized network. BitTorrent has a built-in economic engine. So how does it compete? Well, it gives away over $100 million a year in incentives to anyone who produces useful AI on its network. It's basically a massive automated subsidy for production. So what does that all mean? It means this economic model lets these decentralized networks produce the commodity of AI at a tiny fraction of the cost. We're talking a potential 90% cheaper than any centralized company. And in the long run, that is a nearly unbeatable economic advantage. So let's just end with this thought. We are moving from a world where AI is scarce and controlled by just a few powerful players to one where it could be a cheap, abundant commodity available to everyone. If that happens, what kind of world does that unlock? What happens next?